please give a warm welcome to Eric Van Orden, who's going to speak with us about clap on, clap off, convenience meets grid benefit.
It's great to be back in real life. I didn't get the memo that there wouldn't be a podium here to help me hide my notes and my hide behind the Zoom camera and my work from home outfit. With that, let's go. The time in which energy is used is increasingly important. Wind and solar are great, but inherently variable. We have increasing weather extremes, from high weather in the Pacific Northwest to freezing cold in Texas. But not to be doom and gloom, let's take a minute to step back and give a round of applause for the presenters earlier and the Switch crowd. But wait a minute, what happened here? Did the power go out? Did the projector go out? Is there an outage? Oh no, it was the clapper, the original home automation. For those that don't know, this was back in the 80s, was the best convenience you could have. Walk into a dark home, clap on, and your lights come on. Now, of course, we have a convenient tool in our pocket that controls a lot of different things. Some use it to play Angry Birds. Some use it to control their home devices. But increasingly, utilities are learning that they can use it to manage the grid. Now, since the 80s, utilities have been managing peak demand. Largely, that was due to increasing energy demand and the inability to build power plants in enough time. Now, we have a lot of two-way distributed generation that requires a little more insights, a little more control and management of the system as it gets more dynamic with things like solar and other devices in our homes. Now, of course, I'm talking about smart thermostats, electric vehicle chargers, batteries, water heaters, and more. Other devices that companies like Virtual Peaker can support utilities in managing through a software system and partnerships and technical integrations with these devices to turn them off and on during peak time periods. Now, when we're talking about consumers, we do have some issues. It's easier said than done. Consumers are finicky. We live in America, and you better not touch my thermostat. I want to use it when I want to use it. And that's that's a challenge to tackle. But the thing is, freedom isn't free. And consumers are, and I can do my best to manage my own energy usage, but in a system like the energy grid, how we all use energy impacts us all. And so increasingly, utilities are trying to make sure that clean energy is affordable, but also clean. And the simple equation for affordable energy and how utilities look at energy is fixed costs plus the variable cost divided by the total usage. Now, we have some increasing challenges where the peaks are getting squeakier. I mean peakier. And I'm talking about the duck curve, where in the middle of the day, they're increasing the supply that makes the energy usage dip. Now, that's like now, in order to support this, utilities are building out different digital infrastructure instead of building out a big highway of 6 different lanes. And this is a much more efficient way to do it, but does, again, engage the consumer, which is a finicky individual or in a group of people. And with this, consumers are making choices to install devices themselves, whether it's on-site solar, electric vehicles, and more. But when you're talking to consumers, you got to understand that we as energy geeks can't talk about this acronym soup. We need to speak the language that they're speaking, whether it's the dollar per gasoline gallon equivalent for driving your electric vehicle instead of 30 cents per kilowatt hour, or managing your thermostat rather than controlling your thermostat. Also, we live in a one-click, one-day delivery, million different options world. And so increasingly utilities and those in the industry are supporting customers with their choices of devices, device types, and devices to manage to build a portfolio to manage the grid. Also, I have an Apple Watch, and I've never read the instructions, but you better believe that I'm always trying to close those loops and close those circles, standing up every hour. And so it's important to have timely notifications and timely feedback to inform customers how they're doing with their energy management. And also meet them where they are, in their home or on the road, with SMS, text messages, or emails to provide that feedback and engage them in this demand response event. Now, with more wind and solar, and maybe some more nuclear baseload, our energy supply is going to become more carbon-free. But there are some critical enabling technologies to help make that happen. But at the end of the day, managing demand to align with supply will benefit us all. And so with clear blue skies, warm showers, and cold beers, thanks Wood Boss Brewing, I hope we all can make a change for the better. Thank you.